necessarily familiar names. Some guys out with injuries for the Giants. Slater, Flores, Solano, Ruff, Sandoval, Dubon, Crawford, Davis, and Chadwick Trop. There's the Giants starting lineup.
And the last guy to make a start last October is on the mound again tonight. That is Sean Manaea.
Slater slices one to right, and that's going to drop in front of Piscotty for a base hit. So the second pitch of the game, a single to right. Runner goes, and the ball's hooked down the left field line. Could be trouble, but it's just foul. So 2-1 the count.
Well, not to say that Ramon did not work out during the hiatus.
Slater not running, and the ball's hit hard, but foul. Skips up against the netting. Slater not running, and another foul ball headed down toward the bullpen.
That's an interesting move that Slater was not running on the 3. And so that's a great point, because if you think about the season, you look at the 162-game schedule and say, oh, man.
Runner goes. The ball's hit right center and hit well, but Piscotty's going to get back over there. A couple steps in front of the warning track. Makes the catch for the second out. Runner goes, and the ball's hit again toward right center. Piscotty fighting the sun a little bit, and he makes the catch. Side retired, leadoff single, but no damage. Hits that one hard toward third. Flores dropped it, picked it up, and throws out Marcus Semien. Ownership for giving it to him. Shallow right, Jalen Davis, 2 away. So Matt Chapman, first baseman, as Matt Chapman is as good at third base.
You're right. You're right.
I just think that, there's a little more
taking errors away from the other infielders.
So Olsen strikes out.
Cutouts.
First pitch is second inning, and Pablo Sandoval gets hit. As Manaea trying to come up the middle, grabbed by Manaea, fires to second, good throw there, back to first.
Sean Manaea does a great job with his feet. He's able to get up the slope of the mound. He doesn't fall off.
It's his fault.
Crawford rips one right field. Piscotty coming in, goes into a slide, and he's got it. Steven Piscotty getting some early work. This one bounced over the mound. Kemp dives, he's got it, spins, but will hold on to it, so it's going to be an infield hit for Davis. Swinging early, Ray, like you said.
Exactly. I mean, Pablo gets hit, 2 pitches count.
Swinging, bounces it in the hole. Semien's got it, and he's going to have to hold on to it. And it's going to be another infield hit, and the bases are loaded.
Seeing in this season, the 60 games.
And that's a hit. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. Run one scores, 2 runs score, and they're waving home Chadwick Trop, and he is going to score. And that is a 3-run pitch to Flores. High in the air, right center. It's playable. Piscotty for the regular season because he was coming back from knee surgery. But then it turns out it's now a 60-game skip. Hopped up. That'll reach the seats. But that is where the hitter is generally looking. Where's the ball coming out of when he starts? High in the air to left field and hit pretty well. Slater going back. Grossman is retired. A's are on the board thanks to Steven Piscotty with a long one. 3 in the air to center.
Than Ashley, just because you don't have to worry about finding a way to get a good bat. Darren Johnson was outstanding.
Chapman, Semien come together. Marcus has it.
Worry about down in front.
What's that? What's that on your face? Oh, your beard. That's right, your beard.
He's rounding second on.
Yeah, and
a little bit enjoyable for the hitters and everybody involved.
If they're doing that, but I think it's important.
I do.
And
the possibility of what might be happening.
It's compared to 162, so you'll play 37% of your games.
Oh, no doubt. When you think about last year, the first part of that season for the Oakland A's, first 60 games, 30 and 30.
Yeah.
And in that 30-game win set, they had.
So that whole Tony La Russa theory, who knows?
That's right.
What if we have a good month?
You think about Seattle last year, the great start they had, and then they fell apart.
60 games in 66 days. No messing around.
To Bo Mel a few different times during this 2.0, the Zoom calls. And he mentioned, and I.
Olsen, line drive, that's going to fall. And Chapman.
It to third base because he knows he's got Matt Chapman, who's got some speedy getaway sticks.
Sure, he could try to hit the home run.
Slater backs up. Chapman tags. getting set up to catch a throw is almost impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it really was a bad play to even throw to third. Why even take the chance up or facing the funky left-hander Anderson that he was able maybe to be familiar with? 108.
Diving play. Flores spins around his throw to first, and it's dug out by Sandoval. Nice play on both sides of the diamond for the second out. 93 games.
But the good news, those players who were injured.
Speaking of that long ball earlier in the game.
Foundation, which he and his son, Stephen, are very...
Out there facing Chadwick Tromp. First pitch right to Chapman. Familiar right over the top throw, and that is out number one. Garcia in the Giants bullpen. Center field, Canna's there. Very high and deep and foul. It's still
false.
Oh, I got
it. You did it to him.
Oh, I got him big time. He says, no, don't tell me.
Rico Garcia is the new pitcher. This one's hit to the left side, and that's going to be an infield hit for Grossman. Once he hit it, Grossman runs very well. There just was not a whole lot. And then that opener is on Friday night. Frankie Montas and Andrew Heaney right here at the Coliseum. The A's and the Angels. Mike Trout in town. So that should be fun. We're looking
that he might be diving or looking out over the plate. Not the case with Murph. Very balanced.
Hit hard to third. Could be two, and it will be two. Murphy hit it very hard, and once it was fielded clean by Will.
Yep, exactly.
Joe Madden said, I'm going to carry a bunch right away.
Right. So did the Mariners.
Now, thank goodness it's only going to be for Ohtani. Murphy grabs it, flips to first, so that'll be fun to see Ohtani pitch. And I know the Angels
mound 33 times in a season.
Yeah. And he's their best pitch starter. I mean,
Ohtani's getting it done in both facets.
Piscotty again moving over. So the Angels will head over to the Bay Area.
Doing last year.
No, he was not. I think he went around. Yeah. Yes, he did. So that's a strikeout to Darren Ruff. Yeah, that's a great call.
Done it very well in a multitude of ways.
Strike three called. Good fastball right at the knees. Sandoval strikes out. A pair of strikes. He said he'll be ready to go come Thursday. And
he had to jump in front of it. But it's just about kind of swatting at it. You can see takes a step with his right foot, tries to knock it down with the glove.
0-2 pitch, stayed with off speed, and Chapman chased it for the first out. Continues to work fairly well on the infield. Usually there's two buses, right? Yep. There's an early bus, and then hours before the first pitch. Right. Crawford, backhand throw.
Because that's what's going to get you those opportunities.
Dubon strikes out. But didn't separate swing.
Swing hard just in case.
Yeah, you never know. Because now I got guys ripping me. Heads up here, Jalen Davis, pretty good speed, hits the bag at third, and they're going to hold him up.
Too much. I know, talking to Matt Williams last year, the same situation. That's A.J. Puck before he cut his.
Slater, right center, could be trouble, and it is trouble.
Get out. Stayed inside.
So we got a pitch change. It's not even brought to you by Speedy. A little flare, could be trouble, and it is. Slater's going to come in to score. Wilmer Flores, a bloop base hit, but it off the end of the bat. And Marcus steps on.
This time he's up. It's probably a breaking ball. Yep. Because of the fastball on the plate, and especially if you can hit.
That's a base hit for Piscotty. Shoots one the other way. I think, too, with catching now. I was reading an interesting article about Joey Bart.
Calling a game is the hardest thing for a catcher, the hardest thing to learn.
A tough play, and Anderson just gets there.
It's on offense now that you see catchers.
Murphy gets hit.
You see catchers, if they can catch, are
increasingly more valuable.
That's a swing and a miss. So Anderson gets out of it. A's strand a pair, moving to the 8th from swing and a miss. Elias. Good pitch there, and that's a strikeout. Dallas, how great is the story of Alyssa Nacken, the first base coach?
He reaches out and starts to have these conversations, and that's all that should matter.
Well,
you have a feel for the game. You have an idea for where folks need to be, how they need to get into position.
Giants camp.
0-2 the count. Pop up, maybe a play.
You were in for a treat.
Because the A's needed it.
I mean, come on. It's like one of the greatest PA announcers of all time. Popped up. Dubon, shallow right. A little breezy up there, but not bad. And then
Brody wouldn't do that.
yeah, 6 of them. Signed them all.
And nobody's going to.
Strike 3 called. Good pitch by Hendrick.
Still amazed at the